we could see more fireworks here at the Happy Bet International Darts Open. We've just seen two belting games. Gerwyn Price and Kim Huybrechts bouncing around on stage in deciding leg victories. One against the defending champion Mensur Suljovic with 102 average. One against the former Euro Tour finalist and seven-time major quarter-finalist Ian the Diamond White, who averaged 100 himself, and neither of them could find enough to make the quarter-finals. Only one of these guys can make it through. It's German Darts Championship winner from last year, Alan Chuck Norris, former Lakeside finalist, or Joe Cullen, who may just be the next cab off the rank when you're looking at new Euro Tour winners, because yesterday's performance, and it wasn't a fluke, was 113 average, and for a lot of that game, he was up at 120. It was spectacular. If he reproduces that kind of form all day, well, I think we probably are looking at a new Euro Tour winner. The question is, can he reproduce that form all day? Not sure he can do quite that.
First leg is Alan to throw first.
But we know Joe Cullen can win titles because he's done it this year. Rob Malarkey joins me, Dan Dawson in the commentary box for the penultimate game of the afternoon. Chuck Norris and the rock star Joe Cullen.
100.
Well, this final day has certainly delivered plenty already, and we aren't even at the end of the afternoon session. Two players here who produced ton-plus averages and then some yesterday. Alan Norris 105 and a bit against Max Hopp, 4 180s. Very good on his finishing as well, 6 from 12. But Joe Cullen yesterday, 113.7. 6 from 11 on his doubles.
42.
A 12 dart leg, 13, 12, 12, 13 and 15. The highest average of the weekend so far. And his first 9 dart average yesterday, 124.29. The highest, again, of the weekend so far. Absolutely 99. Spellbinding stuff. And simply too much for Richie Corner yesterday. 6-1, he was absolutely demolished. 147 check out in the 5th leg, that caught the eye. The 116 in the last leg of the match, the 7th, to seal the deal. But Joe Cullen afterwards, we'll just see if Norris can take this out. Double 10. Yes, he can. Joe Cullen afterwards giving a very level-headed response in his post-match assessment with Elmar Polka on stage. He said, OK, it was a good start, but I didn't maintain it in Mannheim. Had a good first match in Mannheim, didn't build on that. And he's well aware that it might not be replicated, won't be replicated so easily.
Well, he referred to it afterwards when I had a chat with him about bad habits. He said he's felt over the last few months he's not been himself. He's gone back to his old ways where he'll put in a good display and then he'll be nowhere near in the next game. And he knows that's not good enough. He's talked over the last 18 months or so about he's not a kid anymore, he's a man. He has to stand up and deliver and do this job properly. He's not there to go and show flashes of potential. He's here to play brilliantly, be the best player and win titles. And he's managed to do that this year in the Pro Tour. Now he needs to go and do it on a big stage. And these Euro Tours are tailor-made for players like Joe Cullen, who are looking to take the next steps in their career and become a major force in world darts. This lad has got talent. We know he's got talent. He's got the mindset right nowadays, and he's talked about it being hard work that has made the difference. So Ron Meulenkamp earlier on booked his place in the quarterfinals of a Euro Tour event for the first time, and he was saying last night, hard work beats talent every time. Tell you what, if you've got talent and you put in the hard work, it's quite the combination.
99.
Cullen unable to find the combination of a 167 check out there, so Norris looking at 128, and well, it looked to be set up.
Joe requires 68.
First start was very, very handily placed indeed, but he couldn't back it up. Double 2 for Cullen. And it's 1 apiece. Cullen, I think, will be mightily relieved that he's not facing Michael Smith this weekend, by the way. 4 of the last 5 Euro Tour events,
96.
Smith has beaten Cullen in 4 of them.
Yeah,
the only one he lost, or the only one he didn't lose to, was when he played Suljovic. He didn't actually play Suljovic. He handed him a walkover that weekend, of course, in the European Open. But Michael Smith, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it really annoys him that as well, and he feels that he hasn't performed to his capabilities in those games against Michael Smith. He said that's the bad habits he's on about, because he did have an excellent record against Michael Smith.
Prior to that,
yeah. But he just feels that he's not been doing himself justice. But I think Alan Norris feels exactly the same about his performances on the European Tour this year. In fact, I know he does. Because more often than not, he's been going out in his first game, despite being a seeded player.
Yeah, he's 26th at the moment on the European Order of Merit.
17.
That's because you get £2,000 for being in the second round as a seeded player, but you don't get that on your ranking if you don't win your first game. That's a new rule they brought in this year.
60.
Yeah, 4 third-round appearances, so that's effectively where all his money has come from. Guaranteed at least £3,000 here as well.
60.
Yeah, but he looks like the German Darts Championship Chuck, doesn't he, this weekend?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
That's where the bulk of his money came last year.
100. Alan, you require 40.
double 10. Oh, there we go. 3 holds of throw in this one. On for another last leg decider.
Joe off to a flyer here. 140. 3 missed darts at tops in the opener against Max Hopp yesterday. That allowed Max Hopp to break.
121.
But after that, it was all one-way traffic. It was all Norris. 6 legs on the bounce. 4 180s in there as well. There was some big scoring. And there was some big scoring from Joe Cullen there as well.
96.
Norris said he really enjoyed that encounter yesterday, or enjoyed the atmosphere anyway. Max Hopp
Always
unable
easier to win.
Yeah, he enjoyed it when you win 6-1, but yeah, he was full of beans yesterday, I think, Alan Norris. He had a lot of waiting around as well. He didn't go on stage till about 10 past 10 at night. Shake of the head from Joe. Dreams of a 113 average today. Dissipating.
He's going to have to go some to get up to 113, I think, from this position. But it's still a pretty solid leg on throw. Yeah, 14 darter, nothing wrong with that. And Joe Cullen knows it's not been a sparkling start. He's not all guns blazing in the opening stages here, but he's managed to hold his throw relatively straightforwardly in the 2 legs he's had the throw. If he can keep doing that, he only needs 1 good leg against the darts, or Alan to have just 1 poor leg. We've seen that. You can lose 5 legs and you can be annihilated in those 5 legs, but as long as you get the 6, you're all right. And we've seen people win with averages 10, 12 points lower than their opponent this weekend as Alan Norris fires in his first max.
43.
Yeah, Norris hasn't played in a Euro Tour quarter-final since Hildesheim at the end of last year when he went all the way.
60.
Joe Cullen, on the other hand, has played in 2 quarter-finals and a semi this year.
98.
That semi against Michael Smith. He went down 6-4. That was the closest he came to beating Michael Smith. The other 3 matches, 2-2 and 1.
Yeah, he does say, he said yesterday, I feel like I should have won one of these by now. I should have one. And he does feel slightly aggrieved, Joe, because people do talk about, Gerwyn Price and Darryl Gurney. Now, Joe's won titles. Darryl's only won 1. Gerwyn's only won a couple. And you say, well, why aren't they talking about me for World Series and Premier League and things like that? Well, he's got to go and do it on the TV. That's what Joe's got to do. He's had a good run at the UK Open, and he nearly went a bit further than he did the quarterfinals. Where's he gone here, Alan? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Lovely stuff. 65 checkout from Alan Norris. Never quite sure where Alan Norris is going to go. Nothing wrong with that route. It's quite a standard route. As once again, Joe Cullen looks to be putting in a strong leg on throw. He started it off very well anyway. Second 180.
Rattling through these legs. Even if this one does go to 11 legs, it will be a fairly swift encounter. This is ticking over very nicely indeed. Paul Nicholson was concerned we might not get away on time at the interval, but these 2 players are speeding it up here, and Joe Cullen is speeding things up, isn't he?
Well, he threw.
Well done.
He threw his first 9 darter of his career, Joe Cullen, earlier this year in Barnsley at the Metrodome, that mecca of world darts. We're not going to see him produce a second one here.
65.
But he is looking at an 11 dart leg, nevertheless, to level the match once again. But Alan Norris just trying to get some scoring going here in what will be a difficult leg to win. He's banking on Cullen slipping up, but there's no sign of that. 3 apiece, on we go.
You see, not enormous averages, but on throw, they're being very, very strong. Oh, we're giving it the zoom for some reason. I enjoyed it.
$96.
Well, you see, only 1 dart missed at double for each man.
100.
3 previous encounters between these two. Joe's won 2 of them. Most recent was last year
98.
at the UK Open. 9-6 for Cullen that day.
60.
Although Norris won 6-2 when they met in the UK Open qualifiers that year. Just the one other encounter in the Players' Championship. So their first meeting on the European Tour stage here this weekend. And Joe Cullen strikes timely there on the Norris throw as well. This might have to go, Alan.
And he's not going to, and Joe Cullen has been lethal on the doubles, particularly double 18. He's got 3 clear darts at it for the breaker throw that he needs. And he pins it second dart. He has got the break. And as we said, Joe Cullen, very solid on his own throw. He hasn't been close on the Norris throw up until that leg. And he's put in a strong one, takes his chance, advantage Cullen.
41.
But not a strong start to this 8th leg. That must just give Norris something to work with here, but Norris is not making the most of the opportunity. 46 in response. Cullen getting away with it, or is he?
84.
Norris just looking up against it ever so slightly here.
140.
Bit of a snarl on the face of Alan Norris there.
134.
Good switching there from Joe Cullen to good effect.
95.
Was it 2 quarterfinals and a semi this year for Joe Cullen on the European Tour? So looking to make the last session of action on the European Tour for the 4th time this year. Not bad going.
And he had a semi-final last year as well, right at the start of the year, the German Masters. Lost to Van Gerwen. He's got pedigree on the European circuit as Joe Cullen, there's no doubt about it. So too has Norris, a European Tour champion, one of 7 Euro Tour champions in the field at the start of play today.
Well, this is the thing. Joe has made the semi-finals of Euro Tours before this year, but the fact that he's doing it on a more regular basis speaks a lot about what the player he's become, about doing things more consistently. That has always been the criticism, Joe Cullen. To make it 5-3. Back to the centre of the oche. Last dart, gotta go. And does go, and you know how much that meant to him. You know how important that dart was.
More impact when you give it the full cry, when you do it sparingly sometimes, rather than at every given opportunity. Mentioning no names now. But we loved all that, really. Joe.
4 maximums and a 174 for Joe Cullen. Yeah, it's not been the terrifying average from yesterday, but I tell you what, the winning legs have been very, very good. And as we said at the start of this, you only need 6 very good legs. That's all you need. There you see. A couple of 18s.
Doesn't matter what you do elsewhere.
So 6 visits to the board, but nothing has gone beyond 18 darts. So you're looking at the averages between sort of 90 and 100 here.
97.
Yeah, and we always knew Joe is not going to maintain 113 averages over the course of a weekend on the Euro Tour.
Nobody's going to.
Nobody's going to do that.
Not even Michael Van Gerwen has managed to do that.
There might even be the odd scruffy match on the way. He won't care about that.
Oh, hang on. Oh, needed another one for a go at double 10. However, Norris on 133, and with Chuck, who knows what route he's going to go for that.
Well, he's got 70 left here.
72, Alan Ugar 133.
Travelling. 20 for double 18. That's the route. He's been deadly on that part of the board, and double 18 helps Joe Cullen out again. And the Yorkshireman is through to the quarterfinals of a Euro Tour event for the 4th time this year. Not the stratospheric averages of yesterday, but a very efficient display from Joe Cullen. 60% on doubles, encouraging for the rock star. And he will go through to the last 8 and will face the winner of our final match from this afternoon. It is either a former European champion in Simon Whitlock, the #1 from Australia, or the King, Mervyn King, who wasn't far off claiming another Euro Tour title earlier this year.
Applaus für Alan Chuck Norris. Joe, not this monster average from yesterday, but a good performance, I would say.
Yeah, it was just, I think we was both suffering. I think Alan had a big average yesterday as well, and I think he was sort of feeling the same way as I was, and it was just nip and tuck early on. It was nothing special, but towards the end I upped my game. I think, like I say, I'm not saying the averages, but I upped my game, and Alan just sort of stayed where he was, so that was the difference in the end.
We are in a hurry, Joe. See you later again. Thank you very much. Joe Cullen. Also im Viertelfinale, sagt auch